A woman made a shocking discovery in the middle of the night. The golden python Jean she had raised for 5 years had been sneaking onto the bed late at night lately and sleeping pressed up against her. She told her husband about this strange behavior, but he brushed it off casually and said, "Jean just does not want to be apart from her." The woman felt warm and touched after hearing this. Thinking the python was acting affectionate toward her, she snapped a photo casually and posted it online to show off. Yet in the dead of that same night, she received an urgent call from her vet friend, old Chen. Chen spoke in a panicked tone and asked her whether her pet snake recently had refused all food. The woman thought back carefully. Jean had gone almost a full month without touching a single bite of food. No matter what she offered it, the snake would not take a single bite, not even glance at the food. At first she only thought the python had lost its appetite, but what Chen said next sent a cold chill racing down her spine. Chen said in terror, the reason Jean refused food was to empty out its stomach. It slept against her every single night to measure the size of her body. It was figuring out whether it could swallow her whole in one gulp. The woman finally realized the truth. The way Jean looked at her was not the gaze of a pet for its owner. It was the stare of a predator eyeing a piece of meat it planned to devour. Terrified, she leaped straight out of bed and rushed to repeat Chen's warning to her husband. Yet her husband paid no heed to her words at all, claiming Chen was just trying to scare her on purpose. They had raised Jean for 5 full years after all, and they knew the snake's temperament perfectly well. The woman begged her husband to believe her, but he thought she was overwhelmed by work stress and letting her imagination run wild. With that, he acted completely unfazed, reached out to stroke Jean before falling asleep. At that exact moment, the woman snapped, fully awake to reality. Her husband's calmness was deeply unnatural. His unshaken composure felt inhumanly cold. A terrifying thought then sprouted in her mind. Perhaps Jean was not the only predator here. Her own husband was the mastermind behind this hunt. She dared not make the slightest sound, forcing herself to calm her nerves. She had to uncover the full truth of what was really going on. Once her husband fell into deep sleep, she snuck quietly into his study. She remembered her husband had lost his job a year prior. Roughly half a month earlier, he had handed her a financial document to sign. She signed it without reading the fine print back then. Looking back now, every detail felt suspicious. She quickly found the safe's key, opened the safe and pulled out the document. The words on the paper made her blood run cold. It was not a wealth management contract at all. It was a 10 million yuan, high-value accidental death insurance policy. Her name was listed as the insured party, and her husband was the sole beneficiary. What filled her with even greater despair was a receipt for a large freezer tucked under the policy. Purchase receipt, dated the previous day. This seemingly caring husband had even prepared a place to store her body well in advance. The truth pierced her heart like a sharp blade. The pain left her barely able to stand. This was no time to break down. She had to find a way to save herself. She calmly put all documents back in their place, then quietly got in her car and fled this hellish house. After driving 3 blocks away, her tears burst forth uncontrollably. Shortly after, she dialed old Chen's number with shaking hands, crying and begging him to save her. Her husband planned to kill her.